Subscribe, subscribe to Mid-Age Gamer. Subscribe to Mid-Age Gamer, yeah. And like, share.
What is up, guys? Mid-Age Gamer, and today I wanted to talk to you about the other element of my page. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I'm doing this stuff all the time. It's my running. So I've been running now for 53 days. I set a little challenge for myself in the beginning where I was going to run for at least a mile a day. And the reason I chose to do at least 1 mile a day was so that it was an easy target to achieve. So I set out for this 1 mile a day. And I knew that at the most it'd be about 10 minutes, and you can always spare 10 minutes, whether it's on a lunch break, before work, after work, anything like that. So that's what I decided to do. So the first few days were really, really rough. This whole time I haven't really been sticking to much of a diet. So my diet's been an issue I'm on my 53rd day now. So the whole 53 days, my diet's been an issue. But the first 3 days, I was like 10.5-minute miles, which is really, really bad. My goal is to get to, like a 10-minute mile and a half. So obviously I was a little bit off starting out. On the 4th day of running 1 mile a day, that's it, I wound up at a 9:33 mile. And then on the 10th day, I was starting to feel so good with running, like I was already growing accustomed to it, that I decided to do a 5K. And I actually ran my first 5K with a friend, Diane. She's a really good runner. And I ran in my Adidas Sambas. So flat-footed indoor soccer shoes. And when I came across the finish line, not only was my time a little bit slower than what I was hoping for, but I also had a blister on the bottom of my foot. So I decided I already had running shoes in the closet. I just hadn't used them in a really, really long time. So I decided to grab those and start running in those each day. On the 14th day, so 4 days after my first 5K, I ran a sub 9-minute mile, so an 8:50. My pace in order to pass my PT test for the Air Force needs to be about a 9-minute mile, but it needs to be a comfortable 9-minute mile. So running hard, I came in at about an 8:50. After 1 month, I was able to get a time of 7:52. So 1 month and my time had dropped off almost 3 minutes. 8 days later, after getting that 7:52, and I'm sporadically, not every day's 1 mile. Some days I'm doing 1.5 miles, some days I'm doing 5Ks, not a lot, but a couple scattered in there. And then it's basically whenever I feel good, or if I didn't do my run during lunch that day, I have more time after work, and since I'm already committed to doing the run, I just make it a little bit longer. So anyways, 8 days later after the 7:52, I went out and I ran a 10K. And the only reason I ran a 10K is because the app that I'm using, the Nike Run Club app, has a bunch of different achievements and awards that you can unlock. And one of them just said, this is my fastest 10K time. And it was left blank. So for so long, I had to look at that. So I decided no matter how slow I was, no matter how much walking, I was going to do the 10K. And so I did the 10K. The time, I think I was at like 1 hour and 14 minutes or something. So not really, really great. But it wasn't too bad for being my first 10K. I walked a lot. If you're in the Rochester, New York area and you ever check out Cobb's Hill, I ran up that hill twice. It's a really steep hill. So it was a demanding run, but I was very impressed with that. And then a day after, so every day I'm running, and you can imagine my legs were exhausted, at least I thought they were, but I took off on my mile the day after and I felt really good. So I ran hard and I ran a 7:41. So, and that was recently. So a 7:41. And that's my best time so far. My goal is to get down to about a 7 minute, like a little bit less, like a 6:40, I think is what I want my mile time to be. That'll put me at about a 10-minute mile and a half. So today's the 53rd day. At day 50, I celebrated. I posted on my social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, that it was my 50th day 5K, and it fell on a Friday. So it was all, it kind of all flowed there. So it was fun. I invited everybody I'm friends with or subscribe to the channel or on my Instagram following to join me in that. And there were several that did, and I appreciate all of you guys who did join me in that. It was not the easiest, but everybody who joined me was able to submit a vote on a menu item that I would quit. So I put up there 2 options. I drink a lot of soda. So for the first 50 days, I was drinking at least 20 ounces of Coke a day. So I've cut those out because that was the losing menu item. The other menu item was a cheeseburger. Everybody knows I love cheeseburgers. Look at me. That's my cheeseburger. So I quit. I wound up quitting the soda there. So we'll see where I'm at in another 50 days. But I wanted to kind of give you guys a little vlog. I know that this is Mid-Age Gamer, and you guys all watch my Fortnite videos, the memes and stuff. But this is the other side of me, and this is something else I'm really passionate about. And I know that a lot of you guys, like me, struggle to work out every day. It's not easy to commit to doing more work than you're already doing at work. So if you guys want to follow me, if you're not already, just hit the red subscribe button. The bell is for notifications. And then my Instagram. I'll post those different links here below the video and on the screen now. So if you guys enjoyed this, give me a big thumbs up. I appreciate you guys following and all the support, and hope you have a great rest of your day. And in 50 days, we'll see if I'm still alive and if I got rid of any of this cheeseburger. All right, later.